Hello, welcome to another weekly roundup of Ami figure pre-orders. It's the 8th to 13th of December, less than 2 weeks now till Christmas, so hopefully you've got all your presents that you wanted for your friends and family, and maybe got yourself a present, maybe a figure. One of the figures you've seen from my videos, maybe, potentially. Just keeping you guys up to date with the figures that are coming out. Links for these will be in the description down below. Not too many figures this week, actually. We had just bananas of figures last week. So a much more simpler, quicker video this week. So definitely comment, like, and subscribe for future videos. And more unboxing videos as I'm trying to churn out more of those. Hopefully try and get 2 more of those out this week coming up. So yeah, let's get straight into the figures that are out. There's some quite cute figures, I think, actually, as well. So there's not many, but they're nice figures. We got Goddess of Victory, Nikkei, Rappy Red Hood, Red Flavor 1/7 by Hobby Sakura, 23,760 yen. Coming out in November 2026. So another Red Hood figure. I think she's one of the more popular girls from the game. I've not played it, so I don't actually know if she's a very popular character, but since we've seen a couple figures actually of Redhead now, I could definitely see that she's one of the more popular ones. Redheads are, I think, a lot of people have weaknesses for Redhead characters. I do as well, but yeah, very nice long legs on this one. Nice sculpt work. Paint job looks really good. I don't know about this. I'm guessing this scar is part, and well, the scar on her stomach as well as part of the character. So she's probably has these obviously scars. Is that scars? Oh no, it's water marks. Oh, so they've got like splash water effects on her. That's interesting. I don't think I've seen that before on a swimsuit character. Extra detail I was not expecting. The base is obviously nice. The fact that she's standing outside of the ladder that gets out of a swimming pool is very nice. Yeah, I think very nice figure. Obviously, I like the pose. Yeah, I think 24,000 yen is a really good price, actually. And Hobby Sakura are... I don't know. I don't own any of the figures, so I can't say how good they actually are. But they've just not done any figures that I'm really particularly interested in. But yeah, very nice figure. I think for the price is very good. Then we go to Hatsune Miku, 17th anniversary version. 1/7 by Kyodo, 22,000 yen. Don't own any of these, but they have done some budget figures in the past, very much on the lower end. So can they do a sort of Hatsune Miku very well? Yellow and black outfit, very nice design. Love the twin tails. There's nothing wrong with this design. Like the concept, paint work looks really good. The ribbons all over the place as well. Yep, great figure. 22,000 yen I think is really good. It's just I don't know the track record of this manufacturer, so I don't know how good the final product will be per se. And with it being a single shipment, it makes sense anyways. With the price, you're going to try and keep it under the threshold for import fees for here in the Europe and UK anyways. So yeah, you probably won't have to combine this with anything really. Orihime to Kuroneko, Shironeko version 1/7 by Solarian, 18,810 yen. September 26. Another manufacturer I don't actually have any figures from. They're sort of sporadic with their releases. Pretty simple summer dress outfit style figure. Multiple faceplates, smiling and embarrassed. Okay. Pretty nice figure, I guess. I think overall 1/6 is a good scale, especially if you like larger scales like I do. Hair shading looks really nice as well. Black hair with the highlights. So yeah, I think overall pretty good looking figure. Yeah, it's fine. It's just a very simple figure, so I can understand why the price is a bit cheaper. Although 1/6 brings up the price a bit more. It's a bit more plastic, obviously, a bit more material. Girls Frontline 4/16 Midnight Evangelion version 1/7 by Apex, 21,270 yen. July 2026. This one, I like the bodysuit. The white and black bodysuit's nice. Don't know about this sort of robotic dog is quite nice as well. The hair, I think, for some reason the hair in the face I don't really like. It's the complexion, I think, probably the yellow eyes and the red blushing that they've got going on. on the face, it's a bit off-putting. They kind of look like, dead eyes. There's no emotion there. That might be how she is in the game, because she's probably some sort of like android, waifu character rather than a more of a human one. So it does seem like she's would probably come across more emotionless, depending on how you get it, how you do. Figures are generally, the face is quite a important part of the figure. Not just that they have to be hot, sexy waifu figures. You do want to at least like the look of their face, their facial expressions, as well, because that can detract from the rest of the figure. A Blue Archive Hanako swimsuit version 7th by Good Smile Art Shanghai, 17,800 yen, December 2026. Wet t-shirt. I think this is the first one I've seen where she's actually rinsing out to dry out the shirt. First figure I've seen where they've had wet aesthetics, and they do seem to do the wet t-shirt nice overall, I think. And the swimsuit's obviously a very thin swimsuit, as you can tell. There's definitely a good amount of opai and skin exposed behind the t-shirt. So yeah, that's just very sexy looking figure. A lot of the Blue Archive ones like that though. With any of these gacha game figures, they're all going to be like this. So yeah, very sexy looking figure, and I think for the price, less than 20,000 yen, or less than 18,000 yen, but being quite a bit under 20,000 yen is good. A good option, I think. Yeah, I think it's perfectly fine. I just don't play Blue Archive personally, but she's definitely a very nice figure. And we've got an Azure Lane Louisville, an Order Dream version 7th by Apex, 17,280 yen, February 2027. Very well endowed in the chest area. Obviously, that bunny suit is holding on for dear life. And the drinks tray is obviously helping to lift those up as well. Yeah, just a very sexy bunny suit figure, I think, overall. I do play Azure Lane. I don't think I have this character, but yeah, I really do like that a lot. Squishing her opai a lot, and the drinks tray is just a nice touch anyways. Yeah, very nice looking figure. I do like the tights. Semi-translucent, you're seeing a lot more skin through it. Shoes look really good. Yeah, just a very good figure, and it's a very good price as well. So yeah, very nice looking figure. And then Stellar Blade. I think the first Stellar Blade figure I've come across that's actually not a resin figure, of Eve by Flare for 36,220 yen. What scale is it? 27 centimeters in height, so 1/7 in height, I would say. 1/7, 1/6. So January 2027, so you got over a year anyways. Very nicely detailed. I think I love the suit. Like the weapon. I think obviously the design of Eve from Stellar Blade anyways is, since the game was announced, has been, she's a very sexy bodysuit sci-fi character. Hair looks really good, face looks really good, and very much lifted from the game. I think that's the benefit of it being actually from a game rather than a 2D animation, or an anime, which is obviously a 2D form, is that they actually got 3D assets that they could lift from and obviously put into a design for a figure, into a 3D mold. So you do get a lot more realism, I think, compared from game to rather than an anime source. So I think that you do see it there, and she does look like resin quality, because a lot of resin figures, if they're from like anime characters, some of them will have realistic face head swap options, which will look more like this, where it's more of a real 3D person's face rather than directly lifted from the anime source material face, in a 3D figure form. So yeah, she looks really good. A bit on the pricey side for just a 1/7. So I think it's down to personal taste. I wonder if we'll get more figures. The fact that she's from a game, not from an anime, it's a bit hit and miss whether we'll see that many more figures from her. So it might be worth just grabbing her now anyways, if you really do like her. and you don't want to, hunt down for a resin figure, which would be insanely expensive now if you missed the launch window. Hokkaido Gals are super adorable. Minami Fuyuku 1/6 by Union Creative, 28,600 yen, January 2026. Great anime, definitely worth watching. I really like the anime. Yeah, and obviously just a very cute Giru, Gal. Sorry, there we go. A Gal. It's not really a Giru, is it? But yeah, Gal figure of the Gal trope. Yeah, very nice. Long hair, blonde hair. Yeah, very sexy looking outfit. Very nicely detailed. Sculpting looks really good. Paint job looks immaculate as well. Yeah, I think very good figure. And hopefully we see some more small figures of this character, because I really did like the anime. It's very nice anime to watch. I think just very wholesome. Then we go to Prisma Wing, anime Konosuba Aqua 1/7 by Primon Studio for 29,600 yen, January 2027. So this one is made out of PVC and ABS. Okay, so it is normal. Sometimes Primon Studio seems very much like a resin figure equivalent. But for the pricing, I think 30,000 yen is quite good. It's definitely cheaper than what I would expect from a Primon Studio, since their one's like 40, 50, 60,000 yen for those figures. But yeah, Konosuba looks fine. I think it looks good. I don't really like the blue swirling effect parts, the water effect. And I don't really like the staff, really. I think overall, when you look at it from a distance, it's much more, I don't know, for some reason, pickings from like a prize figure. I don't know why. It doesn't, yeah, I don't know. It's something off about it. I think it might just be the amount of blue that's there. She looks more like a prize figure to me. Just a very nicely painted prize figure compared to an actual scale figure. I think everything's very flat with all the blues. There's not a lot of depth, difference, variation. The staff is like obviously not doing anything because it's behind her. So that's like half hidden anyways. So I think it's just the overall design stuff. For some reason it just looks cheap and tacky. Which you shouldn't get from Primon Studio, but for some reason, for this is my perspective. Let me know if this is for you guys as well. And then we got a quarter scale, which I think a lot of people weren't expecting. My Hero Academia Himiko Toga by Good Smile Company, not freeing. 39,600 yen. June 2026. So I think she is a popular character from My Hero Academia. So obviously a lot of people really do like her. Whether they would buy, spend 40,000 yen on a quarter scale of her, I don't know. It's different because it's not a freeing B style, so it's definitely different. She'll fit in if you. She'll stand out and be a good centerpiece if you're with all your other My Hero Academia figures. So yeah, she looks good, and the hair looks pretty good. Bit flat in the shading though. The detail on her cardigan is obviously gives that effect of it being made out of wool. So that's quite nice, and it's just obviously a school outfit that she defaults to. Yeah, she looks fine. I think good overall. It's and it's from Good Smile, so I think a lot of people are potentially hoping that freeing might just stick to being bunny suits, but hopefully Good Smile Company could actually do more core scale, since obviously they own freeing, but with unique designs from other animes rather than character shoved into a bunny suit and sell it for 40,000 yen and that's it. Minimum effort, minimal viable product. I think they are starting to see that the core scale figures aren't shifting as much as they used to, or as quickly as they used to, which is why we're seeing obviously all these core scales binning in price and going on sale after launch. So although there is obviously some unique designs like the Fate ones that we covered a couple of weeks ago, those were immaculately designed and they are in a bodysuit, but with all the other accessories that they include in the design, they look so good, and to me they're worth the money. The paint job looks immaculate, everything looks immaculate on those. So I think freeing are improving. It's going to be a slow process, and we'll have to see as the world economy sort of the paradigm shift changes and hopefully the stuff starts stabilizing at some point in the next 5 to 10 years. But yeah, and hopefully we'll see a new surgence of collectors in the new era, I guess you could say, once things have stabilized, or if there's a big crash that happens, then after that recovery period. Another court scale, the King of Fighters, Mai Shiranui anniversary version court scale by Bear Panda, 13,360 yen. Good manufacturer, I think, for just the price that you pay for their court scales. Because obviously I've got 3 anyways of their court scales, so yeah, they've been really good. I think they're fine. There are other ones that are a bit cheaper, but this one's a lot more intricate in design. She's in like a kimono or like a short dress with the tights. The red paint job looks really good. Sculpting looks really nice, and in fact, she comes with very nicely detailed umbrella as well. And is that a hand swap for that? Yes, so you get a swappable hand as well. So there's a nice accessory, hand down or hand up with the umbrella. So yeah, I think the price increase for this court sale, it makes sense, and the licensing, and being it is from the King of Fighters, sort of like there's a licensing fee for that. So yeah, it's a very good figure. Yeah, and then if you love court scales like me, probably worth getting a hold of if you like the King of Fighters as well, and it's not too much money at the end of the day. Then we've got Anime Atri, My Dear Moments, 1/7 by Belfine, 24,310 yen, May 2026. Like the hair sculpt, outfit sculpt work wise is nice. Paint job, sort of semi-translucent, is pretty good. I do like the face as well. It's a very cute figure, I think, by Belfine. 25,000 yen. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know the series, so I don't really know how popular it is. But it is a pretty simple figure. But she looks cute overall. I think it's a very nice and wholesome figure. Opposite of wholesome, Atelier Riser 3, Alchemist of the End, Riser swimsuit version, 1/6 by Spiritail, 24,200 yen, September 2026. She's not as thick as she's represented in other figure scales, or from other manufacturers. She's definitely a bit more equally proportioned, I would say. Nice sculpt work on the body. She's definitely got a lot more stomach tone and definition, and back tone definition as well, compared to other Riser figures. And I do like the wet, was it this dress that she has over her swimsuit? That's got wet and is semi-translucent now. Yeah, nicely done. Hair sculpting looks really good. Paint job looks really good. Paint job and expression looks really nice. I think overall, very good looking figure. I think worth it. Very good figure overall. It's just, yeah, there's other Riser figures out there. There's quite a lot out there. So depending if you like a standard outfit or you like this one, the mini swimsuit versions, I think there's 3 or 4 swimsuit figures of her out that you could probably get pre-owned now. And Azure Lane Alsace. Go away, the windows. Heart Beating Summer Sacrament version 1/6 by Anigame, 20,790 yen, November 2026. Obviously very well sculpted, well endowed, as pretty much all Azure Lane figures are. Love the hair sculpting, love the facial expression. 1/6, another bonus. She's a bit larger. Yeah, just very sexy figure with big blue hair. Very swimsuit clinching or compressing the skin in the correct places. Yeah, very sexy figure. Does she come with that screen, acrylic plate, alternative chest part? What alternative chest part? Oh, is this for when she's squishing up against? What's this alternative chest part? I haven't seen it yet. Oh, okay, so yeah, there's an alternative chest part where she's squished up. So you get an acrylic sheet, as they show here, where she's pushed up against some glass. Pretty sexy, I think, overall. And for that to be included, very nice price behind the game. I think they're definitely a rising manufacturer. Hopefully we see more of them in the future. And then the Mythos Lapland, the Decadenza 1/7, 22,670 yen, July 2026. This one is not up my alley, but very realistic detailing wise. The base looks like actual like slate or stone effect. The weapon looks pretty much realistic and effect wise. The military outfit is on point that she's got. Everything, all the folds and sculpt work is immaculately done. The coat of arms that she's got, cape, is a stunner. I think this is the best internal design cape design that I've ever seen, with the weathering, the shading going on, the pattern calligraphy, everything looks spot on. For like just so this coat of arms looks immaculate. Very highly detailed figure for 23,000 yen by Mythos. They are very much rising up on par with Alta, I would say, for what they're offering, which is why I can definitely see why a lot of people really love Mythos, as and has become one of their top 2, top 3 figure manufacturers to get from. But I've not heard from Mythos or seen anything from Mythos for a while actually, so hopefully they're not slowing down. I think they've gone and split off into or they're doing a bit of everything. Quarter scales, which are pretty simple but potentially high money return, and then very detailed figures like Alta. So they're trying to compete with like Freeing and Alta. It seems like Mythos have been, which might be a bit to their detriment potentially. We'll have to see how it turns out in the future. And then to the adult section figures, not many figures for the adult section. Sister Blood, Barai Yukihime 1/6, single shipment by Native for 61,600 yen for 1/6. So traditionally 1/6 scales, that are cast off a 30 odd thousand, around the 30 yen, and this is double. Okay, she has to be immaculate, obviously, you'd expect to. Crystal base, very nice. I really do like the crystal effect, at least in these photos. The staff looks really good as well. I do like the staff crystalline structure. Hair, sculpt work, paint job on her outfit, very intricate. Everything looks really good in this outfit as well. So yeah, very nice looking figure. Yeah, no, she looks really good. But she is very expensive for a 1/6. Obviously, you can see her undergarments. She's obviously not wearing anything. Removable hat, and then here she is, fully cast off. But again, I think for that sort of pricing of over 60,000 yen, you're approaching sort of resin figure pricing really at that point. You are for one figure, and you can get resin figures at a quarter scale for this pricing and are better, I think, or have more options and have very similar comparable pricing and paint job effects. So I'm not very positive with this figure. I think overall is my stance overall with this figure. Unfortunately, I don't think she's going to do too well. I think she's just in the wrong price category. And then we've got a Binding Creator's Opinion Kimi 1/4 by Binding, 38,500 yen. Sorry, May 2026. This one very colourful, very interesting. The design, being semi-translucent suit and ears, definitely not my sort of level or what I'd put up with personally. Yeah, not my kind of cup of tea for a figure. Not something I'll be getting. I don't know how popular this character is going to be as a creator's original figure. So yeah, I don't think this character is going to sell very well personally for me. But yeah, someone out there will probably like it, but I think this is going to bin pretty hard in the aftermarket, unfortunately. Then we got my super popular idol girlfriend, Anna Shinohami 1/6 by Hot Venus, 26,400 yen, September 2026. This one's definitely a lot more up my alley. very well endowed character, very lewd, obviously, and is fully cast off. She's leaking liquid, very exposing position. Yeah, I like this a lot. Obviously, with the this is definitely something that I would go for. If you're a big gooner, it's definitely something you'd probably be looking to get a hold of. Yeah, very nice figure, mirrored base. I think, yeah, just a very sexy looking figure. And then there is a tapestry edition, which just comes with a postcard and a tapestry as a bonus. I think you still get the interchangeable faceplates between the two versions. Face, lower body and arms, yeah. So yeah, I think again, yeah, fully cast off, interchangeable faceplates and stuff. Yeah, very sexy figure between the two. Probably don't spend a few thousand yen if you don't have no intention of using the tapestries for anything. Personally, I'd save that money for your shipping. And that does it. I think very nice, good figure. I think Hot Venus, a good manufacturer as well, for cast off figures anyways. And that does it for this week of Amiami figure pre-orders. I shall catch you in the next one, and thanks. Bye.